I recently spent around 4 hours immersed in the Elden Ring NightReign network test, and while my overall verdict isn't a resounding yes just yet, there's still plenty here to spark an excitement. This network test marks one of the most experimental phases for Elden Ring in the recent memory, blending elements of Battle Royale dynamics with a PvE roguelite action in a fresh, fast-paced package. At its core, NightReign reimagines the Battle Royale formula by infusing it with a grit and the challenge of roguelite. Instead of the traditional 1v1 final circles showdown, you're thrown into a colossal 3-player boss fight. Defeating this boss isn't the end, it's merely the gateway to day number 2. Now, where the challenge ramps up even further. This design choice immediately sets the game apart, creating a sense of the anticipation for every run. Now, during my playthroughs, performance issues were immediately noticeable. The game is still in quite a rough shape, and which isn't exactly surprising given that this is only a network test. There's a promise of a dramatic improvement by the time of the final release in May. And with 3 months of development still ahead, there are early hiccups that are completely understandable. It's a reminder that network tests are exactly that, a phase for an experimentation and refinement. Now, one of the standout features for me was the variety in the class dynamics. I found the Duchess and Wilder's classes particularly compelling. Each class comes with predetermined abilities, yet there are ample room for customization. Players can find and equip any weapon types throughout their runs, and every weapon features its own unique art. This, which means that even though your starting class might dictate certain movesets, the overall experience can shift dramatically based on what loot you come across. It's a clever system that balances fixed class traits with the freedom to experiment throughout the diverse weaponry. NightReign is relentless in its pace. Movement, combat, and looting all happen at the breakneck speed, pushing you to constantly rush from one objective to the next. The game isn't just about exploring vast, mysterious landscapes, it's a race against the clock. You must gather enough souls to level up and secure a better weapon before the ever-encroaching circle closes in. This constant urgency creates a pulse-pounding experience that keeps every run feeling fresh and unpredictable. The daytime portion of the test offers its own set of challenges and rewards. You're tasked with clearing out enemy camps, exploring abandoned buildings, scaling towers, and delving into the underground dungeons. Each of these areas typically culminates in a mini-boss fight that drops high-quality loot. However, success in these areas aren't just about brute force, it requires quick thinking and efficient navigating, as the game's circle is always on your tail. Another compelling aspect of NightReign is its tight inventory management system. Players are allowed to carry only 4 usable items per run. This limitation forces you to make strategic decisions about what to bring along. Do you keep that vial of grease, which can add a fiery edge to your weapon, or do you opt for a buff that boosts your defense? The scarcity of inventory space adds an extra layer of strategy, ensuring that every decision has weight and impact on your overall run. Now, in the network test phase, the map layout remains static between runs. This consistency allows players to quickly identify the most efficient routes to maximize their loot collection. However, there's a good news on the horizon. The final version of the game will introduce dynamically changing map elements. So imagine environments that evolve from swamps to volcanoes and dense forests, transforming your strategies and keeping the game perpetually interesting. This promised evolution is one of the most exciting prospects for long-term players. And defeating mini-bosses is a critical part of the game's rhythm. These battles are not just tests of skills, they also offer valuable rewards. Depending on your performance, you might earn a passive buff, a standard weapon, or even a special weapon. However, these fights require a significant time investment, meaning you must weigh the potential rewards against the risk of spending too much time in combat. Beyond these immediate rewards, each run concludes with a bounty of relics. These relics act as a pre-run buffs that you can equip on your class, and you're allowed to have 3 active at one given time. Collecting and strategically using these relics appears poised to become a cornerstone of the game's endgame content, adding depth to the overall progression system. While I'm not completely sold on NightReign, after my initial 4 hours of play, it's clear that this is an experimental take on the Elden Ring universe. It genuinely is packed with innovation and potential. The blend of the Battle Royale intensity, roguelike progression, and the intricate interplay of class and weapon customization creates a rich, multifaceted experience. The performance issues and the static map layout in this test phase are understandable growing pains, and with promised improvements on the horizon, there's a lot to look forward to. In essence, Elden Ring NightReign is a bold experiment that pushes the boundaries of what we can expect from the series. It challenges players to think on their feet, make strategic decisions under pressure, and embrace the thrill of ever-evolving world. I'm excited to see how these early impressions will evolve as the game continues to develop, and I'll keep a close eye on its progress as we edge closer to the final release. At that, do let me know as well down in the comments, what did you think about Elden Ring NightReign? Have you tried it out for yourself? Were you disappointed with it? Were you pretty much excited for this release? Thank you so much for watching, like and subscribe. I see you guys all, and have a wonderful day.